I'm also getting my test kits completed this morning. So I do feel like I'm kind of procrastinating on that a little bit. It sounds kind of trivial, but it really does work. And then the one other thing that I do bring with me when I travel, probably will be taking a little nap on the plane this afternoon. Good morning, it's about 7 o'clock on Thursday morning. I'm getting ready to head down to the gym to do a little active recovery workout this morning. So I did 2 strength training workouts the last 2 days, an upper body workout and then a lower body workout. So I want to get some movement in today, but just kind of light cardio, maybe a little bit of mobility work. I did get outside for a few minutes this morning for sunlight, but it's really hazy again and we have another air quality alert because of smoke from Canadian wildfires. So definitely don't want to spend more time outside than I need to, but did get a few minutes of that morning sunlight because it is so important for circadian rhythm regulation and just like mood and energy. I think it's nice to get outside, get some sunlight first thing in the morning. I'm also getting my test kits completed this morning so that I can ship those out today. Just have to set up a FedEx pickup for later today so that I can get those out. And then today also is 3 months since my surgery and I have to send in updated photos and do a little video testimonial today. So that I'm gonna do a little later this morning, but first I want to get my movement in, get a little loosened up, a little sore and tight from my workouts the last few days. I am already well hydrated, had my morning hydration drink. I always hydrate before I have caffeine, coffee or tea or anything. I'm gonna just eat a little something, get a little caffeinated, and then head down to the gym. All right, I just finished packing up my test kits. They're all complete. And now I just need to set up a FedEx pickup, get this shipped off ASAP. And then actually my mom is coming to help me get my photos for my 3-month update that I have to send to the clinic. I've been doing them all myself the past few months, but it's kind of a hassle. I have to use a tripod and then I have to set it up and get the angles right. And it just takes me a really long time and it would be so much easier to have somebody else do it. So thankfully she said she could come by and do those for me real quick and just make sure I have good quality photos to send over and I don't have to spend like 45 minutes trying to get it right. So before she comes over, I want to call FedEx, get this set up and make sure that they can come pick it up today.
Welcome to FedEx. This call may be monitored.
Schedule a pickup.
Sure. Scheduling a pickup. Is this a known freight shipment, or does any item in your shipment weigh more than 150 pounds? Okay, I see that we can have a FedEx courier pick it up today. Sorry, but I'm having trouble scheduling your pickup. Just a moment while I transfer you to a FedEx customer service representative.
Good morning. It's a very rainy Friday morning. Friday the 13th, actually. I did not get outside for any morning sunlight this morning. If it hadn't been raining so hard, I probably still would have gotten out there, but it's basically been pouring all morning. It's also really cold. The high today is only like 60 degrees or something, which seems kind of crazy for the middle of June. But I am getting ready to go do a little workout this morning. Usually I would use my morning sunlight time also as a little bit of a warm up for my workout. So usually when I get out in the morning, I'm taking like a 5 to 10 minute walk. And that's how I'm getting my morning sun exposure. And then I'll come back and finish warming up and get down to the gym. But since I did not get outside for that walk this morning, I think I'm gonna pull out my little mini trampoline and just hop around for a few minutes to get the blood flow going, get my muscles warmed up. I like to do some kind of general warm up like that first and then do a little bit of foam rolling, more dynamic warm ups, whatever is gonna prepare me for that day's workout. Unless I'm just doing like cardio as my workout that day, then obviously I would just do that. For strength training days, try to do some kind of general warm up to get my muscles loose and then more specific warm up for that day's workout. I'm hoping it's gonna stop stopped raining, so I'm supposed to meet up with a friend later today for a walk. I also do have to actually film the 3-month video testimonial. I sent in my photos yesterday, but I didn't actually get the video testimonial part filmed. I'd had one question about what I needed to include in there that I had sent over to them yesterday and didn't hear back till pretty late in the day, so just told them I would get that today, which is totally fine. Hoping my workout will give me a little boost of energy and motivation to get that done, because I do feel like I've kind of procrastinating on that a little bit. It's not that hard, obviously. I just want it to turn out well and be something that they can use if they want to. So let's go get my workout in and hope that inspires me to get that done this morning. I've mentioned before that one of the things that I do to help kind of motivate me to get to the gym or get my workouts in, maybe when I'm not feeling like it, or just to look forward to it in general, is to have like a special drink that I am drinking during my workout. It might sound kind of trivial or kind of dumb, but it really does work, at least for me. And there is also science behind pairing something that you like or are looking forward to with something that you don't like as much or are maybe putting off. Can kind of give you that little initial boost of motivation to get started and kind of make that connection in your brain between something that seems less fun but something that you also enjoy. So I want to stay hydrated during my workouts. I don't like drinking plain water very much. It just doesn't sound appealing to me, especially not early in the morning. But I do enjoy drinking like a hot tea or a latte, hot chocolate kind of a thing. So I always make some kind of warm beverage before my workout. Today I made a little like chai hot chocolate. It's a rainy, chilly day. This sounds really good, and just drink it throughout my workout as a way to stay hydrated, but also makes the whole workout just more enjoyable. It's kind of like the idea of, you know, if you get new workout clothes or a new pair of running shoes or something, and that inspires you to get up the next morning and go for your run. Even that little teeny thing that you're kind of looking forward to, that can really be a huge motivating factor. And I still look forward to my workouts anyway. Like, I do enjoy being in the gym and lifting weights, but there are plenty of days where I'm a little tired. It just doesn't sound that fun. And honestly, making a fun beverage is what gets me down there and gets me started. I made a little chai tea, and I just put in some like cocoa powder, some honey, a little bit of like a coconut creamer, froth it up, and now I'm ready to go down to the gym. Whenever it's raining out or I can't get outside in the morning for some reason, I try to spend a little extra time in front of my light box thing. This guy. I mean, I use it every morning regardless, but when it's really overcast or, like I said, if I can't get outside for morning sunlight, I'll try to just spend a little more time in front of the light. It's not gonna be as effective as actual sunlight in terms of like circadian rhythm regulation. It's just not strong enough for that, but it does get you that bright light early in the morning. Can kind of mimic some of those same effects. There are actual sun lamps you can get also that do produce the wavelengths of light like the sun would, that will provide the same effects as getting some sunlight, but those are more expensive. This one I think was only like 40 bucks, and it's very small, portable. I can take it with me when I travel, and I've been using it every day for years, and it's awesome. It is Saturday morning, which means it's farmer's market day. I'm gonna run over there. I don't need to get much because I am leaving on Tuesday, but I always like to just stop by and see what is there, pick up a few things for the next couple of days. The weather has been very weird here lately. It's still like very overcast and drizzly, and it's cold. It's like 50 something degrees. I think our high is only maybe in the 60s, and usually it would be like upper 70s right now. It's the middle of June. What is going on? So I'm hoping maybe that means there will be fewer people at the farmer's market and there still will be some good stuff left because I'm heading over there a little later than I planned this morning. Had to finish getting this week's YouTube video up, and that took me a while. But I'm ready to head over to the farmer's market and see what they've got this week. Every once in a while, I go through my bookshelves and take out any books that I know I'm not going to reread or like pass along to anybody, and I bring them to Half Price Books to resell them. I haven't done it in a really long time, and like my bookshelves are kind of overly stuffed and I definitely need to get rid of a few things. And then I also feel like I can get more books because I do love books. I love reading, but I don't need to have like a million books on my bookshelf either. So I gathered up a pile of books, going to resell them. I also need to get a Father's Day card for my dad because it's Father's Day tomorrow, and I think I can probably find one in there. And I also have a return I have to drop off at the UPS store, which just happens to be pretty much right next door to the bookstore. Well, mission accomplished. I got a Father's Day card, I got a couple of books, and I sold a bunch of books. I always have to laugh though when I go into Half Price Books to sell back books because I'll bring in a pile of books. I think I had like 8 or 9 books this time, and a few of them were like pretty new hardcovers, and then they're like, we'll give you $8. But whatever, I'd rather know that my books are being resold. It always just kind of makes me laugh when I go in with this pile of books thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna resell these, and then it's like less than $1 per book, but better than nothing. Good morning, happy Monday. Kind of a busy day today, mostly because I am getting ready to head out of town tomorrow. So I'm going back to Richmond, Virginia to visit my horse Freddie. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can look at a couple videos ago when I was traveling to New York and Virginia, explain the whole situation. This morning, I just had a chiropractor appointment. Now I have a Zoom session with a client in a little bit. I have some other work I need to get done, and then I actually have an IV appointment also this afternoon, and then I need to like just pack and get organized, ready to go tomorrow. I feel like I always get a little bit overwhelmed or stressed out the day before I travel. I like feel like I just have a ton to do, even if it's a pretty short trip. Like this is a pretty quick trip. I don't need to pack that much stuff, but just like making sure I have everything together, kind of have my place ready to go so that I can leave for a few days and not worry about anything. Make sure I'm getting to the airport on time, all of that stuff. Just feels like a lot of mental work a little bit, I guess. I was actually thinking about skipping my IV appointment today just to give myself a little extra time to get ready, but I also really like the idea of doing an IV right before I get on a plane, like just a little boost for my whole system. Traveling is stressful on the body in a lot of ways, and I feel like that can just help me get through it a little better. So I'm gonna do my IV appointment this afternoon. Luckily I don't leave till tomorrow, a little bit later in the day. I'm usually a first thing in the morning flight person. Like I would prefer to get out the door early and get wherever I'm going early. I also feel like early flights you're just less likely to get delayed, and like the later in the day that you're flying, the more likely things are to be off schedule. But there really are only a couple of direct flights from here to Richmond. So the best option was to leave tomorrow afternoon, get there kind of early evening. So I will have some time tomorrow as well to finish getting ready to go, but that is the plan for today. It's time to start packing, and do I really need a suitcase this big for like a 3-day trip? No, but I'm traveling on one of those little planes where even my carry-on suitcase would end up getting checked. So I figured might as well just bring the bigger suitcase, and that way I can fit my pillow in there, because I always love to bring a pillow with me when I travel if I can. I just feel like I sleep so much better when I have my own pillow, and even if this suitcase is like half full, I'll just fill it up with a fluffy pillow. I'm going to pack some supplements. I'm not going to bring everything because this is a pretty quick trip and I've been really consistent with all of my supplements lately. I'm not too worried about taking a break from some of them just for like 2 or 3 days. But I'll bring the things that I feel like either are really helpful to take on an everyday basis or just kind of easy to pack. Like I don't have to bring a whole bunch of really big pills or something like that. Starting off with prescription medications, I definitely don't want to forget these. And this would not be something that I would feel comfortable skipping. Next, I will bring these enzymes. So this is one of the supplements that I'm still taking post-op from my cosmetic surgery that the clinic gave me. I'm trying to finish off this bottle, or once I finish off this bottle, I will be done with this. But this is basically just digestive enzymes, and do like to bring some kind of enzymes with me, especially when I'm traveling, to help with digestion, because that can always be a little bit tricky when you're traveling. So I'll bring enough of these to have pretty much with each meal while I'm gone. We'll also bring a magnesium just to help with sleep and stress from travel. And then I'll also bring my vitamin C with me, just again as kind of an added immune boost and overall support. The rest of my supplements I pretty much will just skip for those couple of days. So like I still have some peptides that I'm taking post-op and a few other things that I would take every day that is totally fine to not take for a couple of days. I will also probably bring some fish oil. It's another thing I kind of like to keep on a daily basis as much as I can, but I like to keep that refrigerated. I'll just pack that the last second. And then the one other thing that I do bring with me when I travel is I have a little bottle of these trace mineral drops, and I will bring that with me too to add to water, to my hydration drink, or whatever I'm drinking, because I don't necessarily know what kind of water I'm getting, or a lot of times I'll try to get some sort of filtered water when I'm traveling and want to make sure that I'm adding back some minerals to that. I always bring a little bottle of trace minerals when I'm traveling as well. Good morning. It's early on Tuesday morning. Today is travel day. I don't have to leave until about 12:30, 1 o'clock this afternoon, so have some time to kind of do my normal morning routine. I'm gonna go get sunlight, get some movement, and then finish packing and get ready to go. I didn't get the best night's sleep last night. I slept pretty well, but I woke up really early, as usual on a travel day, even though I don't have to leave early this morning, but I feel like that's always how it goes for me. So I just am anticipating the day and wake up early. So probably will be taking a little nap on the plane this afternoon. But for now, I'm gonna go get a little sunlight, get my workout in, and just make sure that I am setting myself up well to have a good travel day and to be able to adjust to the time change and kind of get a good night's sleep once I'm in a new place later today. I'm pretty well packed up and ready to go. I still have about an hour and a half before I need to leave for the airport. I'm just gonna finish up a few little last minute things, eat some lunch, and then be ready to head out.